Welcome to Chamber Connections, a program of the West Monroe-West Ouachita Chamber of Commerce. I'm Courtney Hornsby, President of the Chamber of Commerce.
And I'm Tom McCandlish, Membership Director with the Chamber.
We want to thank you all for joining us today for our second episode of Chamber Connections. We're so excited to be offering this program to you, and we want to pay special thanks to the Voice Network for making this show possible. And just a reminder, this show is available on YouTube and through the Chamber of Commerce's website at www.westmonroechamber.org.
And this month's Chamber Connections is brought to you by Avalon Place, a division of Paramount Healthcare Consultants.
Avalon Place Rehab is first rate. Now it's over and I'm feeling great. I got strong and now I'm moving on. I'm back to doing things out on my own. I'm going home, out on my own. All because I went to rehab.
Thank you very much for Avalon Place, a division of Paramount Healthcare Consultants, for serving as today's sponsor. Each month, the Chamber of Commerce highlights of chamber business and their products or services, known as the Member-to-Member Series. This month, we highlight Cricket Bo Bickett, a local retail store located on Antique Alley in downtown West Monroe.
Cricket Bo Bickett is a full-service embroidery, monogram, and applique workshop, specializing in both personal and commercial work. They carry mud pie and Lorraine, squeaky shoes, bags, nap mats, baby blankets, burp cloths, bibs, and layette items. Owned by the Brantley and Grubbs family, Cricket Bo Bickett also has their own clothing line called Josie Pop. They are also proud members of the Antique Alley Merchants Association. Cricket Bo Bickett is located at 204 Trenton Street in West Monroe, Louisiana. Phone number is 318-998-2424. You can reach them further at cricketbobickett@gmail.com. They are open 9 to 6 Monday through Friday and 10 to 5 on Saturday.
The 2013-14 school year is now in full swing. Joining us now is Dr. Bob Weber, Superintendent of the Ouachita Parish School Board.
Thank you, Courtney. We've had a great opening of school. This year everything went smooth. We had air, and a lot of times we don't. So really another exciting time for us. We had over 20,000 students last year. We expect closer to 21,000 this year. So it's a great idea of we get these kids because people want their children in our schools.
Absolutely, and we have a lot of things to be proud of in the school system, don't we?
Certainly do. I mean, we're one of the top, if not the top, school district in the state. And we just had last week, or a couple of weeks ago, we found out that West Monroe High School placed first in the state in advanced placement testing. So we're very proud of those guys. And we also found out about our ACT district-wide was one of the top 10 in the state again.
Mm-hmm. Now, you were telling us a little bit earlier about a program that you're very proud of that's implemented in the school system. I think it's called Rachel's Challenge.
Rachel's Challenge. It was wonderful. If you remember, just a few years ago, we had 6 suicides in about a 2-year period. Since we implemented Rachel's Challenge, we've not had any this last school year. We've had teachers trained, we've had counselors trained, and it's something you hope never happens, but you need to be prepared for it just in case.
Mm-hmm. Now, the Chamber of Commerce, we're heavily involved in a program known as the Adopt a School program that both Tom and myself are involved in. In fact, we adopt a school. We adopt Pinecrest Elementary. Can you tell us a little bit about why that's important for the local business community to be involved in Adopt a School?
Well, I sure can, Courtney. We do have a great school system, but a large part of that is because of our success in the community. And Adopt a School has just been wonderful. We have an adopter now for every school. They do the little things for the students and the teachers as well that sometimes are not done by the system. So, just showing that you care, showing that you really think education's important. I think that's a big part of it, and we're so appreciative of the Adopt a School sponsors.
And we do want to let everyone know that our goal is to have at least one business adopter for each of the 36 public schools in Ouachita Parish, and we can have more than one adopter per school. If businesses are interested in wanting to adopt a school, they can call the Chamber of Commerce at 325-1961, and we'll accept adopters throughout the school year. Now, Dr. Weber, you took us on a tour recently
I did.
of the school system and of the West Side schools. Tell us a little bit about overall what kind of schools we have in our school system. And again, why is it important that we're aware of where our schools are located and what kind of schools we have?
Well, first of all, our facilities are second to none in the state, and we wanted to be able to show the people on the bus where schools were located, you know, especially if you're an adopter, where you'll know, you know, the kids that you're working with and the adults that you're working with. But yeah, it was a fun ride. We enjoyed it. Some of the schools were folks on the bus never had seen where they were before. They'd heard the name, but they were not able to place where they were. So it was fun. It was good. We're going to continue to do it, we hope, every year. And thank you for your sponsorship of that trip.
Oh, absolutely. I think we're looking forward to doing it again, huh?
Absolutely.
Yeah, we would love to do that. And love to do the schools on the east side, too, perhaps.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And we did do the east side a couple of days afterwards, and it was successful, too. So, you know, again, we're so blessed to have wonderful people in our community working with our schools, and that's just another example of you as a chamber. Oh my goodness, things that you've done for our school system has just been phenomenal. So it's a good chance for me to thank you very much, both you and Tom, for all the commitment and of course the chamber itself.
Well, thank you. I think on behalf of the Chamber of Commerce, we all join together in wishing you nothing but a great, successful school year.
Well, thank you. And so far, good. You know, we only have 184 more days to go, but it's been a good opening. You always, you know, we say that safety is our number one concern. It's more important than curriculum and instruction. Actually, parents want to make sure that their children return home safely each day. So we placed a lot of emphasis on that. We've done some things that are going to make our schools more safe, and we're going to still have quite a few things to do, but it'll be a little different. We want the community to know they're still welcome in our schools, but you know, we still have to make sure we do everything we can to protect our students and our faculty.
Great. Thank you, Dr. Weber.
Well, thank you. Enjoyed this so much, and I can't say again how much the Chamber has done, the West Monroe-West Ouachita Chamber has done for our school system and our children.
We continue to look to be a good partner with you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
The community actually feels the same exact way about Dr. Weber, so thank you for what you do.
Thank you very
day in
much,
and
Tom.
day out. Each month, we will bring to you a monthly business tip provided by Chamber member My Wants Incorporated, housed at the ULM Business Incubator Program. My Wants works with local businesses to provide owners with the tools they need to be successful entrepreneurs. This month's business tip addresses the important role that partnerships play in small business.
Welcome. My name is Caleb Ingram. I am Vice President of My Wants Incorporated and a My Wants for Business consultant. Today I'm going to talk to you about social media complaints and how to best handle them. The first thing you need to do is come up with a plan on how your business will handle customer complaints and train your employees well. The next thing you need to do is monitor social media. Use websites or apps like Hootsuite to bring all your social media sites to one dashboard so they can be easily monitored. Set the alerts to notify you when posts are made or when there's increased chatter. The next thing you need to do is respond to the complaint. Take your time, be relaxed. This is not a personal attack on you. Respond quickly, let the customer know that you understand and that you're sympathetic. After you do this, you need to try to move the conversation to a different forum by either offering a phone number or an email address. Some people are just best dealt with offline. Never delete a negative post. It will only anger the person that made the post to begin with, and other people will notice this as well. It's a new and tough forum for your business, but it can greatly help you run your business better, and you can avoid a monstrous blow up. Thanks again for your time, and always remember, join your local chamber and get involved. Welcome.
Thank you for joining us again. Today we have Caleb Ingram with My Wants. Caleb, welcome to the program.
Thank you.
Tell us a little bit about what My Wants does in the community and how that works with small business.
Okay. We try to help small businesses by helping them get the things that they want, things that they need. We do basic consulting, but we also do on-demand services for those things that a small business owner might not know how to get or might not know where to go to get the service.
Mm-hmm. And you talked just now in your video about social media management,
right.
about negative complaints.
Right.
How important is it that businesses pay attention to those?
It's very important. It's something that can't be ignored. People are trying to ignore them, but in today's world, it's just not something that you can do. You need to know what's being said about your company, and you look at it as a positive thing. It's not a bad thing. I mean, you get to find out what people think about your business, and it gives you the opportunity to fix the problem and also to fix your company, to fix the problem that was at hand.
So don't hide from it.
Absolutely not.
Good. Now, there are several opportunities that the Chamber hosts called Lunch and Learns,
Right.
which are just free learning opportunities for members to gather together.
Right.
And My Wants put several of those for us together. Can you talk about what you've done in the past and maybe some of the things you're looking to do in the future?
Sure. We've done topics, we call it Get Web Smart, and you can see some of the topics we've done in the past on our Facebook page, the Get Web Smart page. And we just cover topics that people, business owners want to know about. A lot of times they don't know how to run the social media. They're not sure how to monitor it or to set up, effective email programs. So we just kind of cover those things while everyone comes at lunch. It's kind of a brown bag lunch, and very informative, and we've gotten a good response so far.
Good. And Lunch and Learns are something that we offer continuously through the Chamber, not only through My Wants,
Right.
but other Chamber members. So if Chamber members are interested in wanting to teach a free Lunch and Learn, they can contact us. But we've got a series of them planned through the fall already, Tom, on many different topics, including, I think, Photoshop, and then we've got some other leadership classes that are being offered. If anyone is interested in attending a Lunch and Learn or learning more about them, they should call the Chamber of Commerce at 325-1961. Now, Caleb, before you leave us today, what other tips or what other advice can you leave for our Chamber members and other businesses in the community?
I'll go straight to other businesses in the community that aren't members of the Chamber. As you know, I'm a big advocate of the Chamber, and our business thrives through our membership of the Chamber. If you're in the community and you're a business, I hear people say, what does the Chamber do for me? Many things. You could never know the full scope, but it would behoove you to get in and get involved, and just through networking alone, your business can grow and grow and grow. So, okay.
Now, tell us again, how can people find out about My Wants and how can they get in touch with you?
You can get in touch with us. You can go to mywantsinc.com, or you can contact me by email. It's caleb@mywants.co.
Great.
All right.
Thank you for joining
Thank
us. We look forward to your monthly business tip on
Thank you.
next month's program. Glenwood Regional Medical Center recently announced that its parent company, IASIS Healthcare, has sold the hospital to Medical Properties Trust, a real estate investments trust. Despite the sale, all personnel and services at Glenwood are going to continue to remain the same. This month's Headline Health is being brought to you by Glenwood Regional Medical Center, and will focus on the Headline Health topic for the month. Let's see what it is.
Headline Health, brought to you by Glenwood Regional Medical Center.
Attention Deficit Hyperactivity Disorder, or ADHD, is a behavioral condition that affects millions of children and often adults.
You would have seen a lot of kids who have behavior issues like they're bouncing off the walls, or they can't wait for their turns, they're making noise nonstop, or they're very inattentive. ADHD is typically treated with a class of medications called psychostimulants. They will act and balance out the chemicals in the brain that make these kids be hyperactive or sometimes be inattentive. The best thing is probably to take your child to a health professional who are experienced in dealing with children's behavior and emotional problems and their developmental problems.
If your child has ADHD symptoms, call Glenwood's Pediatric Care Clinic to schedule an appointment.
Headline Health has been brought to you by Glenwood Regional Medical Center.
Joining us today is Clark Smith with Glenwood Regional Medical Center and with the Angio Screen. Clark, thank you for being here today.
Thank you very much for having me.
Can you tell us a little bit about what the Angio Screen is for those who are not familiar with it?
The Angio Screen program was designed by Glenwood to basically take a part of Glenwood Hospital and go out to the community instead of having the community come into the hospital. So the Angio Screen program provides screenings, specifically cardiovascular screenings, heart attack and stroke screenings, and we try to make that very convenient by taking it to different locations in the community and offering those screenings to the general public. It's painless, there's no needles involved, there's no radiation involved. So it takes about 15 minutes, and participants actually get their results immediately when they're through with their screening. So we offer this kind of in two ways. We do it as a public screening, but we also offer it to area businesses. Some businesses like to use this as part of a wellness program maybe that they have in their business. And we then provide a wellness report once we've concluded screenings for the business, and the employer actually has then an opportunity to get a snapshot of their workforce's health.
Have you been able to go to many businesses in Northeast Louisiana?
We have been very successful going to some of the largest businesses in Northeast Louisiana, and all different types of businesses, different industries, from telecommunications to manufacturing to chemical companies. And really, the size of the business doesn't matter. We can go in and screen 20 people, or we can do 2,000 people. We can do them about 20 to 25 a day, and we just schedule enough days that we can do all of their employees.
Mm-hmm. And I've heard of some of the businesses that you've been to, even some reports that some of these screenings have saved people's lives.
They really have. And this program was designed to really kind of go out and screen people who may not on their own go in and just voluntarily go have some sort of a health screening done. The reason that we designed this program to go out to the community is healthcare, if we can identify problems a person might have early on and before maybe they're even having symptoms, usually doctors can work with those patients to help them a lot less expensive, maybe not even have surgery. They can just prescribe medicine, or even something as simple as lifestyle changes. So we go out into the community and or businesses, but there are times where we have found things where people did not know that they had a problem. I've gotten some emails from people that basically said that it saved their life. One of the screens that we do screen for is aneurysms of the aorta, and there's usually no symptoms of that at all until it ruptures. And if it does rupture, it's usually fatal. So it's one of those things. It's a very simple process to be screened for. If we do see an aneurysm there, we can refer them back to their own physician, which we highly recommend that they take their results back to their doctor, and then they can decide what the treatment plan might be.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, go ahead.
Outside of what you just described, what would be some other indicators or symptoms that would tell somebody that I need to be screened?
Basically, if you kind of look at just the whole health of America, we know that kind of the population is at risk for heart disease, diabetes, and hypertension. If you think you might be a little bit overweight, or if you have a family history, or if you smoke, those are 2 or 3 big indicators that it's good to kind of just keep up with your health early on. So the thing that when we screen at a business that really makes it unique is people sometimes can find a lot of reasons, and we're all busy and we have families and things to do, and it's so hard to sometimes get to the doctor and get things done or go have a screening done. But if a business brings it into their business, then it takes one of the excuses away, and it allows people to just go have that done. So even if you're really not having symptoms, and a lot of employers have provided this for their employees, that's kind of, like I said, a benefit of a wellness program. That's sometimes when we find some of the things that we found, and I've had people actually tell me that they probably would not have had that screening done had the employer not brought it to the place of business.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. And do employers that you perform this service for, are they finding that that it helps control absenteeism in the workplace and give the employee more value for their own benefits packages?
It's kind of the way we've designed this, to that wellness report that the employer would get. It really kind of helps them have some leverage when they're looking at their health care cost for their business. If they're providing insurance for their employees, the rate of increase for insurance costs is just going through the roof. So employers are looking for ways to try to manage and help the health of their workforce. And so we have gone in, we've done screens for them, they get this report, and it's certainly HIPAA compliant, and there's no names involved or anything like that. It's basically percentages, it's in the aggregate, but it can show them my workforce has a potential problem with hypertension. Mm-hmm. And so they may want to develop some sort of a program to educate their employees about the dangers of high blood pressure, some ways that they could maybe eat differently, or the diet could change. Or we've even had some who've implemented like a walking program or a weight loss challenge, kind of like the Biggest Loser type thing.
Right.
And it really does help keep the health of their workforce in the forefront of the employees' minds. So many times we get something in the mail and it has some statistics on it or things like that, and it's just not personal. It's just another statistic. But this program really brings it to the individual, and it's shown to be a little more motivating to make those lifestyle changes when the company's that involved.
Well, if businesses are interested in wanting to bring the angio screen to the workplace, how can they get in touch with you, or what do they need to do?
We have actually a video on Glenwood's website. It's www.grmc.com, and you can actually see what it looks like kind of to have an angio screen done. The fact that we bring it to the place of business, it's really nice because it's totally self-contained in a really high-tech van. And so they can go to the website, they can see it, they can call the Glenwood Well line and 877-726-WELL, and just let them know that they're interested in bringing the angio screen, and I will actually come out and talk with you about that.
Excellent.
Great.
Good stuff.
Thank you so
Thank
much
you very
for
much
being
for
here
having
with
me.
us today. Thank you. Let's take a look at some of the upcoming events hosted by the West Monroe-West Ouachita Chamber of Commerce. We have several events taking place in the next few months with the Chamber of Commerce. For a complete list of those events, please visit our website at www.westmonroechamber.org, or you can always visit us on Facebook. We have special events that we want to make sure to make note of today, and the first is a Workforce Development Luncheon that we're hosting on Tuesday, August 26th at 11:30 a.m. The luncheon will feature Kurt Eisnick, the Executive Director of the Louisiana Workforce Commission. Kurt will be here to talk about what the Louisiana Workforce Commission is doing for the state of Louisiana and doing for local businesses to help employers get connected to employees, as well as continuous education and training for those employees. Again, the luncheon will be held on Tuesday, August 27th at the West Monroe Convention Center in conjunction with the local Kiwanis and Rotary Club. Tickets are $20 each, and for more information or to reserve your tickets, please call the Chamber at 325-1961. We also have a special event taking place on Wednesday, August 28th. That will be a Meet the Chief breakfast hosted by Glenwood Regional Medical Center. Mayor Dave Norris recently appointed Chief Jeff Terrell as the new police chief for the City of West Monroe Police Department. A meet and greet will be hosted on Wednesday, August 28th as a breakfast for local business leaders and chamber members to get to know our police chief and learn about his vision for the West Monroe Police Department. Again, that breakfast is on Wednesday, August 28th at 8 a.m. at the Glenwood Medical Mall in their community room, hosted by Glenwood Regional Medical Center.
And next up on the docket in October, on Thursday, October the 10th, is the West Monroe-West Ouachita Chamber of Commerce annual golf tournament. This is our major fall fundraiser for the Chamber. If you'd like information, now I understand that all of our teams are currently filled, so we don't have any more space for teams. However, if you would like to serve as the whole sponsor for the Chamber, you may call us at 318-325-1961 to sign up to be a whole sponsor. Next, also in October, on October the 5th, the West Monroe-West Ouachita Chamber is hosting the Scottish Highland Games at the Northeast Louisiana Celtic Festival. We are partnering with Dr. Jeff Counts to host these games. This is typical heavy Scottish athletics where the guys throw the telephone poles and the weights around. So it is actually an athletic event. This is not a demonstration, or if you want to see the real deal, come out and check these guys out.
And you know, Tom, we have some exciting events coming up in the fall, including